Hello, my name is Blake Oetting, and I'm pleased to present to you a brief overview of my senior thesis that I've been working on for the past year under the advisement of Professor Hungerford in the history of our department. The image you're currently looking at is something I stumbled upon during my summer internship last year. It's a portrait of Bruce Nugent. At the time, I was hoping to compile official portraits of a large number of artists, writers, and intellectuals that were active during the Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s. In that process, however, I couldn't help but notice the ubiquity with which one photographer's work in particular kept popping up, and that was Karl and Vechten. Indeed, almost every cultural luminary that I was searching for had their most iconic image taken by Van Vechten somewhere between 1932 and 1965. However, it's not in individual photographs that I hope to position the importance of Van Vechten's work. Rather, because he took over 15,000 of them over the course of the mid-20th century, I hope to narrate his career as a consciously created archive, as a constellation of Black artistry that spans from the Great Depression to the Civil Rights Movement of the 1960s. However, as I began to do my preliminary research into Van Vechten's career and the way that it's been understood by scholars of art history, Black studies, and English literature, for Van Vechten was a writer as well, it became clear that there was a dearth of information concerning his photographic career. In part, I think this is because of the way that Van Vechten has been narrated in the extant scholarship as either an exploiter of Black culture, which is in part definitely true, or a benevolent patron of the Harlem Renaissance. Both conclusions, however, focus on the man and his role within history and not the work itself. And this is the hole that I hoped to fill in my thesis. Specifically, I aim to locate and elaborate several ways that Van Vechten's photographs distill discursive claims emerging in an early 20th century art, culture, and race relations. In order to do this, I focus on three central debates that were emerging at the moment that Van Vechten switches from writing to photography in 1932, and the way that his photographs position him ambivalently in between either sides of those debates. While I don't have time to talk about all three of these debates, the one that was most compelling to me and informed the second chapter of my thesis was the critical construction of the African American artist. In that chapter, I investigate the way that competing parties encourage Black artists to either embody an inextricable link to an African past or deal exclusively with the contemporary moment and present themselves as contemporary citizens. I go on to talk about how his photographs make room for both of those dictations. Thus, in this thesis, I hope to have carved out room for Van Vechten within the dominant strain of artistic American modernism, but also filled out an image of the artist himself. Thank you so much.